We have no paid leave, none. In fact, we're punished when we get sick. We're written up and often fired. And I deal with this every freaking month, and it's really frustrating. We need the state law minimum for paid leave. Many of my fellow CTA workers are dealing with homelessness. I'm not exaggerating this, okay? We need full-time jobs for all CTA workers. People say we're making lots of money. We're not. We have so many that are dirt poor, it's pathetic. All right? Now, the mayor's our boss. I live in your ward. I'm a representative for many of these workers. I'm going to ask you a question, and that is, what can you do to ensure that the people I represent at the CTA will have the essential human rights of things like paid leave and being able to afford to live without being homeless and chasing shelters and living in boxes?
Yeah, I mean, you have my support. That has never wavered. Before I was in office, I was actually executive director of a transit advocacy group that was funded by ATU, Georgians for Better Transit. So ATU Local 732, Curtis Howard, is a dear friend of mine, and so forth. So I've always been a supporter of worker rights. I voted for the extension of paid time off and so forth. So support for me looks like working with our state legislatures and so forth. I'm happy to go down to Springfield. Let's work together to get the acts and meet with the decision makers to figure out what's the timeline pathway forward.
That's good.
Here, the city council actually went beyond the states, and the mayor championed this, but they went beyond the state's paid time off law, and they passed the most progressive paid time off law in the country that does exactly what you said. It puts workers' rights at the forefront, guaranteeing them time off from work. So I don't know if you want to talk any more about that, but that was something that was passed earlier this year.
So wait, are you saying that they're not meeting their obligation?
Oh, we have no paid leave at the CTA.
So how
we don't.
does that
None of us do.
translate to?
None of us have that. We don't have that. We don't have the 2019 ordinance. We don't have the 2024. It's like nobody cares about us. It really sucks.
And I don't know how an exemption would work. So we can figure out why it's not being enforced. It seems like what the city can do to help that. I'm also a member of the transportation committee as well. So
it's like no one's listening to us. It's really frustrating. We're protesting and everything, and it's just really sad.
So let's work together.
Yeah. My
office is happy to draft a letter to submit this inquiry to CTA and work to get you an answer.
Thank you.
Very good.
This is just a quick question back to